Continue our discussion of dysrhythmia and conduction system diseases. Remember, once again, with the arrhythmias, we'll do two different categories, or two major etiologic backgrounds. One would be conduction system issues. The other one was vascular. So far, under conduction system disease, we have looked at bradyarrhythmias. Our topic now will take us into tachyarrhythmias. And with tachyarrhythmias, we will focus upon SVTs at first, supraventricular tachycardias above the ventricles, and we will then divide this into part 1 and part 2. In part 1, we'll take a look at atrial fibrillation and atrial flutter. Let's begin. Now, with AFib, exceedingly common rhythm, especially in elder patients. So as we get older, well, there are a number of things that start slowing down. In this case, things start speeding up. And by that I mean that the normal physiology as we get older, unfortunately, starts losing its effect. Maybe the kidneys will start decreasing GFR. You end up developing or end up accumulating more creatinine. As we get older, our ability to protect our cell membrane from free radicals starts diminishing. The ability to have proper conduction. Remember, for your entire life, when you had this inherent pacemaker in the heart, known as the SA node, it continues. I mean, you would expect at some point when you get older that perhaps it's not as efficient and effective as it once was. And so in elderly people, well, there's every possibility that an atrial fibrillation might be taking place. And anytime there's an AFib, what are you worried about? Well, you're worried about that increased turbulence within the atria, and so therefore may result in stasis. And with that stasis, you're worried about Virchow triad. One of the components of Virchow triad, referring to formation of a clot, is what you are truly worried about. With that clot formation, of all the sequelae of your clot formation and the embolization of the thrombus moving forward through the left atrium specifically, which one are you worried about the most? Through the carotid artery, and you're worried about a cerebrovascular accident, such as a stroke. Now, keep in mind that you could have an embolization. It might end up in the SMA, superior mesenteric artery, resulting in ischemic bowel disease. That is also an emergency, isn't it? Or it may result in a renal artery, resulting in renal arterial stenosis. All that you're doing is following the pathway of a clot or thrombus from the left atrium and distally into whatever organ system. So what do you want to give to this patient prophylactically? A blood thinner, such as warfarin.